jalani oleh Arsenal. Artinya ini dua gelandang yang memang nyaris tidak tergantikan ya, pemainnya baik di Chelsea dan juga Arsenal. Tentunya akan cukup menarik dengan bagaimana statistik yang tentunya juga dimiliki oleh Moses Caicedo, sudah menjadi 10 kali starter dari 12 pertandingan di Liga Premier League musim ini, dan bahkan sudah mencatatkan jumlah gol terbanyak sepanjang satu musim sebagai salah satu gelandang bertahan dari Liga Chelsea. Sudah ada 3 gol yang berhasil diciptakan. Sementara kita melihat bagaimana Declan Rice sudah mencetak 2 gol dan juga 3 assist sejauh ini, dan sepanjang musim ini untuk Arsenal.
Iya, sementara itu kita lihat Pedro Neto yang kali ini kita lihat di 5 laga terakhir begitu impresif dengan performanya.
Iya, 3 gol 2 assist dari 5 laga terakhir dari Pedro Neto, membuat dirinya juga menjadi salah satu pemain yang akan sangat penting ya untuk bisa membantu lini serang yang dimiliki oleh Chelsea, untuk bisa membantu tentunya kinerja dari Estevao, pemain muda yang juga baru didatangkan oleh Chelsea, dan juga Joe Pedro, pemain yang juga didatangkan tentunya untuk bisa menambah daya gedor yang dimiliki oleh Chelsea. Tapi kita lihat bagaimana eksplosivitas yang dimiliki oleh Pedro Neto, punya kecepatan dan mampu untuk bisa membuka ruang ketika sudah memasuki area pertahanan, dan ini akan begitu dibutuhkan ketika mereka akan menghadapi salah satu tim dengan pertahanan terbaik. Sejauh ini Arsenal baru kebobolan 6 dari 12 pertandingan, menjadi tim yang luar biasa dengan defensive stat yang terbaik dari semua statistik, secara clean sheet, secara goal conceded, dan juga kita melihat bagaimana ini lini pertahanan yang begitu luar biasa ditunjukkan oleh Arsenal. Tapi ini akan jadi tantangan ketika dua pilihan utama baik Saliba ataupun juga Gabriel akan absen di laga kali ini, karena mereka akan mengandalkan dua nama Diego Mosquera dan juga Inkapie untuk bisa menjadi 2 center back yang akan coba diturunkan di derby London kali ini.
Sementara itu kita melihat bagaimana lini serang dari Chelsea juga semakin produktif.
Iya, banyak pilihan ya dari lini serang yang dimiliki oleh Chelsea, dan sejauh ini juga secara statistik cukup positif apa yang dihasilkan. Mereka mencetak 23 gol dari 12 pertandingan dengan shoot per game yang juga luar biasa, dan salah satu tugas yang juga tidak mudah ya oleh Joe Pedro. Ini salah satu striker yang juga didatangkan dari Brighton di musim ini, dan tidak butuh waktu lama ya untuk bisa adaptasi dan bahkan menjadi salah satu pilihan utama di lini depan yang dimiliki oleh Chelsea, apalagi didukung dengan Estevao dan juga salah satu talenta muda di Brazil yang pada akhirnya juga cukup cepat proses adaptasinya untuk bisa tampil di kompetisi Premier League, dan sejauh ini terus menjadi pilihan dari Enzo Maresca bersama dengan Chelsea.
Iya, menariknya dan musim ini keduanya hadir dengan situasi yang berbeda begitu. Apakah armada dari pasukan Arteta mampu menaklukkan Stamford Bridge ataukah sebaliknya, Rama?
Ya, ini tidak akan mudah ya, karena mereka akan bermain di laga tandang, tapi lagi-lagi Arsenal sedang dalam tren yang cukup positif. Pesaing-pesaing mereka dalam kondisi yang tidak stabil ya, tidak konsisten ketika dari satu pekan ke pekan lain, dan ini harus bisa dimanfaatkan oleh Arsenal. Mereka punya peluang untuk bisa mencari poin ketika menghadapi Chelsea, tapi tidak mudah. Sekali lagi Chelsea, mereka bertindak sebagai tuan rumah. Catatan mereka sejauh ini di beberapa laga terakhir cukup bagus. Mereka berhasil menang di 5 laga dari 6 pertandingan terakhir di kompetisi Premier League. Ini tentu akan coba dibawa oleh Enzo Maresca untuk bisa kembali mendapatkan hasil positif ketika menghadapi Arsenal. Apalagi ini belakang yang biasanya menjadi salah satu kekuatan dari Arsenal. Mereka tidak akan bisa diperkuat oleh 2 center back terbaik mereka yang nyaris tidak tergantikan dari banyak pertandingan Arsenal. Tentu ini akan menjadi satu celah yang akan coba dimanfaatkan oleh lini depan dari Chelsea.
Iya, apalagi hari ini menjadi perebutan title race juga bagi mereka, dan menariknya adalah kalau melihat klub dari bangku cadangan Arsenal ini menunjukkan peningkatan di kontribusi gol, kerataannya luar biasa sekali.
Iya, dan menarik pilihannya justru di false line ya. Kita melihat bagaimana kali ini kembali Miguel Merino akan menjadi salah satu pilihan di false line yang akan coba diturunkan tentunya oleh Arsenal. Padahal kita tahu bahwa biasanya musim lalu belum hadirnya Gyokeres, kayak apa selalu menjadi pilihan, tapi dengan cedera yang didapatkan oleh Havertz kali ini kita lihat dengan Merino menjadi salah satu pilihan yang akan coba dipilih tentunya untuk bisa menjadi salah satu opsi dari lini depan Arsenal. Walaupun di bench kita melihat tersedia ya nama-nama seperti Gyokeres yang mungkin akan coba dimasukkan kalau situasi memang dibutuhkan oleh Arteta di babak kedua. Apalagi juga ada beberapa nama yang mungkin akan bisa dimasukkan seperti Winday dan juga akan memulai pertandingan dari bangku cadangan.
Iya, kita melihat bagaimana poin yang didapatkan oleh 4 besar, bahkannya ini Arsenal melaju melesat begitu jauh, begitu 4 poin berbeda dari Manchester City. Tapi hari ini Chelsea berpeluang untuk menyalip Manchester City di posisi kedua, dan ini akan menjadi pertaruhan yang luar biasa bagi pasukan Enzo Maresca, dan juga ini mungkin ya Kang Rama akan berlangsung sampai tengah atau akhir musim performa dari Chelsea.
Iya, ini akan kita lihat ya bagaimana hasil dari setiap pekannya yang akan didapati baik oleh Chelsea dan juga Arsenal. Tapi Arsenal lagi-lagi tidak boleh terpeleset karena mereka sebetulnya punya peluang untuk bisa lebih besar unggul dari tim peringkat kedua, tapi mereka terpeleset ketika hanya mendapatkan hasil imbang ketika gol di masa tambahan didapatkan oleh Sunderland untuk bisa menyamakan kedudukan. Hal ini harus bisa dihindari dalam upaya mereka mendapatkan gelar pertama bersama dengan Arteta untuk bisa menjadi juara di Premier League.
Iya, baiklah Rama dan juga pemirsa, sesaat lagi kita akan segera menyaksikan kick off babak pertama dari big match antara Chelsea melawan Arsenal pekan 13 Premier League. Tetaplah bersama kami.
Lebih hemat, lebih cepat di Shopee. Lebih hemat, lebih cepat di Shopee.
Dua tim raksasa dari London malam hari ini akan berlaga sama-sama memiliki modal kemenangan yang luar biasa di 5 laga terakhir dan juga di Eropa.
Iya, di kompetisi Eropa tengah pekan mereka sama-sama mendapatkan kemenangan, sama-sama mencetak 3 gol dan sama-sama menghadapi tim besar. Ketika Arsenal kalah 3-1 menghadapi Bayern Munchen, lalu juga Chelsea berhasil menang 3-0 bahkan menghadapi Barcelona. Ini menjadi modal mereka untuk bisa menatap derby London di game week ke-13 kali ini. Apalagi Chelsea ya, kita lihat bagaimana catatan mereka di kompetisi Premier League. Bahkan mereka berhasil untuk bisa mencatatkan clean sheet sepanjang bulan November. Mereka menang menghadapi Spurs, menang menghadapi Wolverhampton, menang menghadapi Burnley. Artinya mereka tidak kebobolan dengan catatan 3 kemenangan yang berhasil didapatkan. Sementara kita melihat bagaimana Arsenal, catatan mereka juga cukup bagus ketika tampil di bulan November. Satu-satunya mungkin hasil yang bisa dikatakan sedikit miss ya dari Arsenal adalah ketika mereka imbang ketika menghadapi Sunderland. Tapi selebihnya mereka berhasil tampil dengan cukup prima. Mereka menang menghadapi Burnley, menang menghadapi Spurs ketika di derby London. Mereka bahkan menang besar dengan skor 4-1. Apalagi ditambah dengan hasil-hasil yang terjadi di Liga Champions, mereka juga berhasil untuk mengalahkan Slavia Praha dan juga Bayern Munchen. Tentu hasil ini akan coba membuat Arsenal juga memiliki kesempatan untuk bisa mendapatkan kemenangan, untuk bisa memperlebar jarak dari Manchester City yang masih mengintai di peringkat kedua.
Iya, kita sama-sama melihat bagaimana formasi yang digunakan oleh Chelsea.
Ya, kita melihat dirinya dengan 4-2-3-1 dengan Enzo Fernandez ya. Kali ini akan coba ditaruh lebih maju ke depan karena biasanya menjadi double pivot di lini tengah bersama dengan Moses Caicedo. Tapi kali ini akan menjadi salah satu attacking midfielder untuk bisa menjadi salah satu penopang dari Joe Pedro di lini depan dari Chelsea. Akan juga didukung oleh Estevao dan juga Pedro Neto akan menjadi 2 pemain yang akan mencoba menambah kecepatan di sisi flank yang dimiliki oleh Chelsea. Dan tentu ini harus bisa diwaspadai sekali lagi bagaimana kecepatan dari 2 winger yang dimiliki oleh Chelsea dan juga kecepatan yang dimiliki oleh Joe Pedro. Ini juga salah satu striker yang mampu beradaptasi dengan cepat dengan pakem yang dimiliki oleh Enzo Maresca.
Iya, ada pemain muda Estevao dari Chelsea yang pastinya diwaspadai sekali oleh pasukan Arteta di sana. Sementara itu kita akan melihat bagaimana line up yang digunakan oleh Arsenal.
Iya, dan kita lihat ini dia secara line up seperti yang tadi sudah kita bahas ya, 2 center back yang akan coba diduetkan ya. Kita lihat bagaimana Mosquera dan juga Hincapié akan menjadi duet dari 2 center back yang akan mengawal lini pertahanan dari Arsenal. Apakah akan mampu untuk bisa tetap menjaga pokoknya lini pertahanan dari Arsenal? Ini akan menjadi tantangan, apalagi akan akan juga didukung ya oleh Winday dan juga Declan Rice yang akan menjadi double pivot di lini tengah dari Arsenal.
Iya, baiklah Rahmat, terima kasih atas analisa Anda. Kita akan langsung saja menuju ke kick off babak pertama dari Chelsea melawan Arsenal. Ini dia pemirsa, selamat menyaksikan.
Scored against Chelsea in this fixture last season and leading the attack. Mikel Merino, who got the winning goal against Chelsea the last time these sides met. There's some great news for Arsenal on their bench. Gabriel Jesus available again after injury. The Brazilian has not played since January. Arsenal want to stretch it. We've seen Arsenal flirt to the summit. We watched them stretch leads, lose leads, learn some harsh lessons. This campaign is a canvas in conviction. We've seen the compunction of a champion in waiting. In recent seasons, they have been always close, but never crowned. Now, however, 12 games in, Arsenal hoping that this is the start of their coronation run. Chelsea have been Arsenal in the Premier League since 2021. A top of the table clash on our hands. The team on top against the team trying to first trophy since 2020. First league title since 2003. Today Arsenal can pick up 7 points clear in 13 games played. In the past, any team with a lead of 6 points or more after 13 games has always gone on to win the Premier League title.
Yeah, it's a cracking game this one, prospects. It really is. Both are really successful into the Champions League, looking confident and looking in really good shape. Coming into this one, of course, for Mikel Arteta, those two central defensive positions. For so long as it's Saliba and Gabriel, not today. Two other guys have got to make sure they deny Enzo Maresca and make sure that they keep this Chelsea team out.
Chelsea's recent run of form all the more impressive when you consider they've been without Cole Palmer, arguably their best player, for 2 months now. Palmer back amongst the substitutes for the home side today. Winday for Arsenal's two central defenders, Piero Hincapié and Christian Mosquera. Hincapié, who did well in his first Premier League start in the North London derby last weekend. That's alongside the experience of William Saliba.
Yeah, he did do well in Capital. Really tested us. Really not anything to seriously consider. But I think today for Chelsea, yes, of course, they're not going to go back to that time and time again. But I do think you have to ask the question of those two Arsenal boys to the end of the day. João Pedro is a handful. When he's on his game, he can be really useful. I do think Chelsea should labour too much in their own half with the ball where they can. Get it forward and find out what these two guys have gone as a pair.
Christian Mosquera, it's only his third Premier League start since September. So there's going to be a small element to some of the early challenges. Saka, slow to get the ball in. He's given a boost to all Chelsea players in the Premier League this season.
It looks like Saka maybe initiate the contact there. Either way, look, it's just a foul, that's all it is. He may feel a bit hard done by, but there'll be plenty of those throughout the rest of the afternoon, I'm sure.
He's had a good week. This Chelsea's best player against Burnley once again and recast the Champions League. It's going to be a goal kick. It's to give them news to Saka.
that ball into Caicedo there was risky. I think Marino's just saying to him, look, you need to calm down a little bit, one lift people over. Rice really quick to pressurise, watch that straight ball. It's too tight, you know that. I think that's a risky ball for Reece James, and that reaction is a little daft.
Rice, who was released by Chelsea, who was a 14-year-old. I always feel when he comes up against them, it's a little bit more personal than some other games for Rice. He wants to show them he's there. And Reece James.
I think that's a yellow card challenge, I do. They were talking about, we're already 4 minutes in. Once you stop getting the card out, the referees are often reluctant in these big matches to do that, but I think that's a blatant body check. I think there's been a few niggly ones, unnecessary ones. That's another one there. Time to get the card out.
Arsenal yet to have a Premier League red card this season. Zubimendi's got a long 85 minutes ahead of him now. Reece James, shoots for foul. Sanchez towards Estevao, nipping in was Calafiori. This game finished as a 1-1 draw last season. Both goals came in the second half. Gabriel Martinelli put Arsenal in front. Victor equaliser. Here's Estevao. Trying to get it around the back. They couldn't go. He still got Calafiori.
Yeah, looked like Estevao just pinched a yard on Calafiori there, but excellent defensive got his body in, protected that ball. But though to get the ball down and get moving with it, allowed Caicedo to get back.
Second time across the last 162 Premier League games that Arsenal are without either Williams, or Gabriel. The time was the last day of last season, and it does seem strange not having either of them here today.
It certainly does. I've seen both of the players you mentioned, Conte and Capier last week. Absolutely fine. I think all his performance at all. Watch Mosquera, very athletic. Again, wants to get close to people, intercepts, prepared to go physical when he needs to. They've both been good.
Since they played together in the Premier League, they had played in the League Cup before. Kept a clean sheet too against Premier League opposition with being Brighton in the EFL Cup earlier on this season. That's the only time they've started together in the past.
That's just the question.
just not had that many minutes as a pair.
Rice to Marino. He's giving it away. Now Augusta. A shot of now for Reece James from thousands of Chelsea voices. Two teams are in a confidence struggle. Swagger of having beaten European giants like Barcelona and Bayern Munich in midweek. James. Joe. Just too far in front of Augusta. Challenge of the guy second.
Again, he's lunging in there, Marco Correa. Did actually might have whether he made a bit of contact with the ball, but Histrionics on the sideline. That's good. Get that. Both managers will be letting their feelings known to the fourth official. But again, 10 minutes into the game, Marco Correa up against Bukayo Saka has to be very assured of the decision making. Did the right thing, he went with Saka, pushed him back, but I don't think there was any genuine need to dive in.
Rice hovering in between the two. Central defenders who come into the team today, his presence will be a much support for them. Spaninos just actually too far in front of Martinelli. Swept away by an alert to Shalaba. Long throw-ins around the edge of the penalty area in such a strong momentum across so many Premier League games this season. Sanchez stood his ground. Chelsea will be slightly concerned. Yellow card will have to be published again. This time for Mosquera.
Yeah, has to get a yellow card for that. He knows what he's doing there. João Pedro's got the wrong side of him. He's not going to let him gallop away. Good play that. And João Pedro then gets his body in. We're going to have one of those afternoons here where every challenge now is going to be contested. Everyone wants a yellow card, as we see. Lovely skill from Eza. Looks like Bukayo Saka might have been offside had that one found the back of the net, but still Sanchez.
Bukayo Saka, who has scored in his last two away games. Marino, flag is Arsenal offside. Sanchez was a cucumber there. He didn't flinch even before the flag was up. He knew it was coming.
Yeah, that was a bit of a scruffy ball away in the end. Declan Rice miles offside.
Three yellow cards today in the first 12 minutes. Still 6 and 2. was a very clever idea.
Yeah, it was totally unmarked as well. Gabriel Martinelli there.
Rice to Calafiore. Give it away by Marino. It's up to Esteban. Kepier squaring up to him. This is Pedro Neto. Great first touch, good recovery by Declan Rice.
Oh, what a challenge. Brilliant challenge from Declan Rice. I thought Pedro Neto was about to hit that. I thought he had just managed to end up in a little gap where it might allow Chelsea's winger to get a shot on target. Brilliant.
Absolutely insane. Referee lets this one go. Fiercely competitive as we knew it would be.
Yeah, there's a good edge to it, isn't there? It's got that feel about it. But every challenge, every looks you want to get on that ball as quickly as you can and get forward and start popping shots off.
Lost here at Stamford Bridge. It's a grand record he'd love to continue. Second. Fiore. Slightly overstruck Enzo Fernandez.
They've got a lot of movement and variation, Arsenal, up front. Saka's the only one really who holds this right-hand side, but there's a Marino swap positions an awful lot. Gabriel Martinelli likes to really drift in, almost into a central position now and again. Chelsea players, you don't want to be passing players on or handing responsibility to someone else. You've got to be absolutely sure.
Esteban, nicely done for Gian Pedro. Keep it down. That's the best chance of the game so far.
I think Mosquera was, who deserves credit in the end for just disturbing Esteban a little bit. As it dropped, it looked like it was there to be hit. Really, actually, I thought Mosquera was closer than he actually was. He wasn't close enough. Get over the top of that, head down over the top of that ball, hit it down into the ground. That's a really good opportunity, that one. This was the one that was denied by Declan Rice just a couple of minutes ago. Great ball in from Esteban. Just there, it popped through his legs. It was brilliant to recover.
Touch there from Declan Rice. So Kepier clears. Is it? Casado. James. Augusto Chelsea finding space in the midfield. Esteban. Incredibly into their seats. That's another side tip from the Brazilian. Doesn't turn 19 until April. No teenager has ever scored a Premier League goal against Arsenal, and Esteban has his sights on changing that today.
It's good run there, Augusto. Just takes a couple of the red shirts with him in a wider area, allows Esteban to come in on the left foot. He's trying to curl that one, almost aiming for the very top corner of the goal. He better served again, and that sort of distance, just making sure you hit the target, get some pace on the shot.
Deeper at the moment. So Memphis made the forward one in his place. Calafiore here to Martinelli. Marino once more. Broken up by Fofana. Reece James. Esteban was in loads of space. James couldn't find him. Chelsea had feeling there was a ball there, but Anthony Taylor was close to the action. possession, and he says play on.
Chance missed actually. Rhys James just needs to move the ball a little bit to one side, and Esteval is totally unmarked and he's in acres of space.
Saka. So good at that sort of still steering at each other eyeball to eyeball.
To the screen there, stepping into midfield quite a lot. So allows Esteban to go 1v1 on Calafiori, if they can find him.
Steady challenges on for them as on Winday. Two players relishing the battle there in the cauldron of the midfield of the Chelsea-Arsenal game in the Premier League. With 2 yellow cards in the open. Bravely just flinging his leg out to stop the Argentinian.
Great challenge, wasn't it? As he did well into there, actually, just to pull that one out of the sky. So he was just about to hit it. Jurrien Timber on the cover. Vital interception.
This calendar year 2025, that 3 yellow cards have been shown in any Premier League match. 3 in 13 minutes. Neto. Cucurella. Arsenal working hard out of possession to force Chelsea back. Sanchez looking for Malagusto. Header from Calafiori. Pressure can say what is it. Really good for the Ecuadorian. It's to Bounds.
Just need to take a little bit of care with that all-important pass. Jurrien Timber moments ago when Enzo Fernandez does really well to control that. He gets across and intercepts perfectly.
He knew he was going to get a kick in the back of the calf there, Jurrien Timber. But needs must. See you again. So many interceptions already today. Esteban. Capier trying to step him up. He's into the gloves on David Ryan. Fernandez taking a 10 goal today.
Players trying to support him. Rhys James. He muscles in there and grabs possession, then cuts across him. Knowing full well Calafiori has to make the decision. Either let him go or bring him down. And he chose the latter, knowing full well he gets a card. That's top play that from Rhys James.
So, two of Arsenal's back four and one of their defensive midfielders now on a booking. Toronto's delivery. Kept alive by John Pedro. It's Calafiori. The Italian comes over against the Brazilian trickery. Last touch of João Pedro. Goal kick.
Yeah, wasted there from João Pedro because he's got Malo Gusto looking at him. Just roll it back to him. He can deliver it. He's trying to take Calafiori on, who actually watches the ball brilliantly right to the very last. And deservedly takes all the pressure away.
Calafiori, who's been the only outfield player to appear in every game for Arsenal this season. Sanchez outside the box.
As we thought it would be. Possession stats very little in there. Just Chelsea a couple of extra attempts, but neither goalkeeper had to do anything significant yet.
It's the sixth time he's been involved in a Chelsea-Arsenal game. Last time was the FA Cup final in 2020 when Arsenal won their most recent trophy. Hesitation by Gabriel. Chance for answers. Now can he finish? It's now available. Take the right option there. Let off for Arsenal. No free kick this time.
Again, I'm surprised Enzo didn't get a free kick there. Right foot. Then obviously before that, João Pedro did all the hard part. Just couldn't really find an angle to get a shot away, and then couldn't find a blue shirt.
So jumping on Winday. Well, this was a chance.
Yeah. But this part he did really well. He worried in Capier there, and then just pinched up, hit it there. And the chance, I think, there immediately wins possession. You're in the box. Take the strike. Watch. As soon as he's here now, as soon as he's there, hit that. Just hit it. Takes a touch. Then has a look. By that time, the red shirts are flooding back, and the window of opportunity is gone.
Plenty relief for Piero and Gapier there. That's the first time he's looked a bit flustered. Half an hour played. Still Chelsea nil. Arsenal nil. Last Premier League scorers draw between these two was 2017 here. Here's Calafiori. Saka. All trying to control the back heel. What a good idea. Couldn't quite execute. Game being stretched out. Now Augusto. To Estevao. Around to Capier. Enzo Fernandez. Save for Raya.
Great play. Really good football, actually. Lovely run from Calafiori. It broke down as it was. He takes that strike. Nice work from Estero. Dangerous when he's cutting in towards that 18-yard line. Some strike from Enzo, but comfortably dealt with by the goalkeeper.
Fernandez has scored against Burnley on this weekend. He's fourth in the Premier League this season. It's been a good last 5 minutes or so for Chelsea. They're really asking questions. Mosquera. That's poor. Straight to Casado. João Pedro. Swarmed upon by red shirts. Timber. He's got to be careful on the other card against Saka again.
Yeah, it's getting very touchy, isn't it? It really is half an hour in. Every time anyone hits the floor, there's a swarm of players around Anthony Taylor. Pleading for this, wanting that. Going really tight on Bukayo Saka. It's a clumsy challenge, that one. It's a free kick, nothing more. But again, what happens is you keep making little challenges like that, you're not going to get away with everything. So again, he has to be so careful. And once he's got Bukayo Saka back facing his own goal, to all intents and purposes, he's kind of done his job. He didn't go a leg anywhere at that moment. The risk of another card.
Timber. Marino. Casado catching Marino. That's fouled him. Referee says play on because Chelsea's still Arsenal still in possession.
I tell you what, both players are still down right. It looked like Casado jumped in a little bit here. Both felt the full force of that.
Marino is trying to slip the ball to their set. Casado, who is a master of lunging in moments like this, but was he late? Was he high here as he connected with Mikel Moreno?
Both look like they took a rap on the shin. Let's have a look. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's a really bad challenge. I mean, that is a red card tackle. That's a leg breaker. Whichever way you want to look at it, he's late, miles late on that. I think that's a really serious challenge, that one.
The Arsenal bench have just seen the replay we have, and you can see that they're up in arms about it. The assistant referee today is John Brooks, aided by Eddie Smart, and they are still analysing the replays of that. Big decision this of the game. At the time of the challenge, Anthony Taylor acknowledged it was a foul, but said play on because Arsenal had possession. Chelsea have already had 3 Premier League red cards this season.
Not quite sure exactly how Casado ended up twisted or whatever. You know what? If he's not right, if he's not right, he's got a yellow card.
The on-field decision for now is a yellow card, but we may not necessarily have heard the end of this yet. Referee's call on the pitch yellow. Video assistant referee, we believe, is going to ask Anthony Taylor to come and have a look at this for himself. Casado is not out of the box yet.
It's not going to look good when you slow it down and they show a freeze frame of exactly where he catches Mikel Moreno. It's not going to look good at all for Moises Caicedo here. I thought he jumped in. I thought he died. He jumped in a little bit. You see that kind of jump in action, and he goes in and misses the ball completely and catches it. That's a really dangerous challenge. That's a red card tackle. There's nothing. There's no two ways about it, I'm afraid. Again, trying to see where the contact is on Caicedo. Can't see any contact at all on the Chelsea player here whatsoever. So I'm not sure exactly what he was feeling, but there's only one player there who's come off worse. Let me tell you, he's in red.
The more you see it, the worse it looks. Big plot twist in this afternoon's proceedings.